Hello Excel users. Do you know how to take full control of colors in Excel using VBA? Well, today's video is all about handling colors in Excel using VBA code. My name is Kailash, and in this video, I will show you how you can use VBA to change cell color, border color, and font colors. We'll also talk about color indexes. But before we start, I want a favor. Please do subscribe to my channel. This helps me to create more videos for people like you. And also, it would be great if you can hit the like button and comment on this video with your feedbacks. So, let's get started. So, let's start with where the colors are in Excel. So, here I have an Excel sheet. I have placed some options that will be going through this entire video. And let's say if I want to change the color. Now, if I want to do it manually, how would I do? I would do from home menu in the font. I see the cell color is here, right? I can change the cell color. If I want high contrast, I can use some additional colors also like this, right? Now, this has like fair number of colors, but what if I need more colors or different variations? So there are a couple of options which are there in Excel. One option is going to page layout and use a different theme. Even though I'm using office theme, I can change the color. Like for example, I want these kind of colors, right? If I go back to home, now you see there is a different type of colors which are available, right? I'll change it back. Here, office color. Now, if these colors are not meeting my requirements, what I'll do? I will go to more colors and then use these options, standard and custom. So it comes with few standard, which is more than what you receive here, some more variations to it, followed by, if that also not meeting the requirement, the users can use these colors also, right? So multiple ways the Excel allow you to change the cell colors. That also option available in the font. If you see here, more colors, also in the border. So here is the border. If I want to change, it says line color. Yeah, here it is, more colors, right? So everywhere there are many colors. Now, if someone said that I want very specific color, something like, let's say this color, okay, like this. Now, this might be little challenging, right, for a VBA developer, that how would I get exactly this color? Now, this is where the VBA codes comes into picture, where you can get exactly the color that is required. Okay. Now, before we deep dive, let's talk about some basic colors which are available in VBA first, and then we'll go to more detailed. Okay, I'll just change this to Control D. Okay, so it came blank. I'll use Alt F11. Now, Alt F11 is used to go to the VBA window, right? Alt F11. So I'm into the coding window and I'm going to insert a module. Module is like where you can write the codes. Okay, now here. Now, let's say that I wanted to change the cell color to, let's say, red or blue or something. So how will I do? First of all, I'll write some procedure name, because you can't directly write code and execute in VBA. It must be inside a function or a sub procedure. So I'll say sub color change. Okay, color change example. Hit enter, and we are inside the sub procedure. Now I want to change the cell color of this, so which is E5, right? E5 cell, and I will say which sheet is this? This is sheet 1, so I'll say sheet 1 dot range E5. Now cell color, where you find the cell color? You will not find something called cell color. It's not there. Even if you say cells dot color, you will not find. If you try color, it doesn't work. Okay, now the cell colors are inside something called interior. Inside interior is like the cell content. Okay, interior dot color. Now, which color we wanted? We wanted blue color. So equals to use color and use control space, and you see color constants, right? And basically it has got, the Excel has got predefined colors so that you don't have to worry about what is the name of the color and so many. You can directly use this color constant, and we wanted to use blue, right? And let's remove this, Control D. Now execute this code and let's come back. Yeah, it changed to blue, right? Same way, if you want other colors, we can use this color constant like black and other colors, right? Now, if you do not want to use, you can directly type it also, like VB red. Okay, I'll use again control space, and now this time I will execute red. Let's see. Yeah, it got changed to red, right? Now, this is like around 7-8 colors we got, right? Now, what if we want more variations? So that's where color index comes into picture, right? It has got around 55 colors. Okay. Now, how do you know which color is red, which index or which number is blue, like that? Now, what we'll do is, for our understanding purpose, we are going to use this here. Okay. We are going to say put all the colors which are available as per the row number. Okay, so what I'll do is I'll use some code. Let me just comment this. I'll say we need a variable for it. So dim L counter as long, and we will write a for loop for L counter equals to 1 to 55 and sheet 1. So sheet 1 dot cell range A and wherever my counter is. So that means in the first loop it will say A1, then A2, A3, like that, dot interior dot color index equals to wherever my counter is. Okay, my counter is L counter equals to L counter. Let me see if it works. Great, right? It worked. So that means the color index 1 is black, color index 2 is white, red, like this, right? And it has got data till 55. Shall we try with more? Let's see. I'll make 100. Let's see it works or not. It doesn't work, right? So after certain period of time, it will give you error. Like you see, after on row number 57, it is not able to bring because it is the color index are not available after that. Okay. So till here we are able to make hues, right? So it was till 56 in this case. Now you can use this color index to change the color. Let's say I want this color, which is color index 8, right? And I want to put it here. How will I do it? Again, I'll comment my code so that it doesn't get executed again and again. There is no need. And this time we are going to use what is the color index? 8, right? And let's see if it works or not. Execute. It got changed, right? So you can use color index, and these are the colors which are available, and you can print yourself using a loop and find out which color index is. You can use in your VBA code. Now, there may be question that I need some specific color, as we talked about initially, that we want very particular color. Now, for that, again in VBA, there is something called RGB. Okay. So we are going to use RGB now. So what we'll do is, same code I'll use, and this time I'll say interior dot color, not color index, color this time. And I will specify the color RGB. RGB stands for red, green, blue, the combination of 3, and you have to give it like this: red, green and blue combination, and it can vary 0 to 255. That means in total 256 combinations you can give for a color. And so basically it can be starting, the minimum is like this, and let's see what is this color. It might be black. Yeah, it is black. And let's give the maximum, which is 255, 255 and 255. Now we execute. What happens? Turn into white actually. Okay. So now that means how many colors VBA or Excel supports. So it's a combination of 3 parameters, which goes up to 256 combinations, right? So that means if we calculate it manually, it is 256 times 256 times 256. Okay, it has got around 16 million plus colors which Excel support, right? And it's just that you need to know the RGB color and you can use exactly same color. For example, initially we talked about using some color. Let's say I will pick a random color and let's see if we are able to bring the same, this color. Okay, we'll try to bring this. Now we need to note down this RGB parameter. So what it is: 210 and then 167 and 227. Let me note down somewhere. Okay, 210, 167 and 227. Okay, click on cancel, go to the coding window or tab 11, and we are going to use that 210, 167, then 227. Okay, and for comparison, maybe we'll copy this cell somewhere. Okay, we have not copied actually. That's okay. We are going to run it and let's see if we are able to bring the same color. You see, this is what we selected that time, right? So you can get exactly same color that is required, and not just cell. You can do it other places also. For example, border. Now, border, how you control the border colors? It is not inside interior. The border colors are like, let's see. So which cell is this? This cell is E7 and we are going to change the border color. So sheet 1 dot range E7 dot borders dot color. Here also again 2 options. Whether you have the color index, then you can use it. Otherwise use color. Okay. We are going to use color and we are going to pass the same color to this also. Okay. Execute. Did it work? Yes, you see, it has got changed the border color, right? And let's say I will type my name and we are going to change the font color also same way, but font is not inside border. So where it is? It would be sheet 1 dot cell. Which cell is this? E9. E9 dot font dot, again here also 2 options. We are going to make use of the first one, color. Now let's try. Yes, it got changed, right? Okay, now let's say we want to copy some color from, let's say there was a requirement that whatever color is inside this particular cell, the requirement is to use the same color here also. So you wanted to like do a copy and paste only the color. Okay, so how do you do it? And I'll type some text also. So we just need to copy the color to here. So how do we do that? So that will be somewhere like this. Sheet 1 dot range. This is where we wanted to change the color. It is E11. E11 dot, and since it is talking about cell color, so it will be interior. Interior dot color is equals to, now I don't know what is the RGB. One way is to find out the RGB from here, go to more and then note down this RGB. Other way is to directly refer this cell. So I am going to refer it. Okay. So I will copy this and this time it is not E. So this is G column. So I'm saying basically that the E11 cell color would be exactly what is there in G11. Let's try to run it and see it works. Yes, you see that it has only copied the color and not the content, right? Okay, the very last example is conditional formatting using VBA. So I have some sample data here and this is about sales, and what we want to do is we want to tag these rows based on how much sales we got. So anything which is greater than or equals to 1000 is good, which is green color we want to do it. 500 to 1000 yellow, and anything below than 500 is red. Now we are going to write a VBA code for it. I know that this can be done using conditional formatting also, but sometime you may not be able to use conditional formatting in VBA code and the requirement may come just to use the VBA code. So we are going to do that way. Okay. Now we are going to write another function. Let me just make some more space. Okay. Sub color, sales color, we'll say sales color. And let me create some space. Okay. So we need a loop because we need to go through each cell. So for that we need a counter, lim L counter as long. For L counter equals to from where? Second row till seventh row. Okay. If you do not know the row position, sometime you don't know where the row is ending, and there's a shortcut you can use. So if you go to the end, you press Control up key and you get to that last row, provided it doesn't have a blank. You can use this method also. So instead of 7, I can also say this is sheet 2 dot range. I'll say go to A 10,000. This is like I'm expecting it cannot go beyond that. So go to A 10,000, the end, and press up key, which is Excel up, and wherever you come, get the row number, which is 7, right? So it is going to go to A 10,000, press Control up key, and where it lands, the row number would be returned. So it would be 7. So 2 to 7 is what we are saying. Then we need to see what is the sales, right? So to define what would be the color, tag color, we need to know the sales. So we are going to use if condition. So if sheet 2 dot range cells, it is in C. So I'll say C and L counter dot value is greater than equals to 1000, right? That was the first condition. Yes. If it is greater than equals to 1000, then we need to change the color, right? So the color would be in D column. I'm just copy pasting few things like copy from top, and so sheet 2 range D I counter dot interior dot color, and here it is very clear they need green color, so I'll not go into RGB. I will say color is equals to VB green, right? I can execute it right away, but let's hold. Let's put more conditions. We are going to use else if, okay, else if this value is greater than equals to 500, right? So I'm saying that if it comes here, that is fine. If it is not, then it might be greater than 500. If it is greater than equals to 500, we need to change the color to yellow. Okay. So we are going to use yellow color, VB yellow. Is there any color? Yes, yellow color is there, right? And if nothing works, then it is red. So that would be our else part. Else, I'm going to again copy. And this time it would not be yellow, it would be red. R-E-D, red. Let's see if it works. Right, it worked, right? Less than a second, it was able to execute this. Okay, so that's all in this video. I hope you liked this video. Let me know your thoughts in comments to improve my way of delivering this content, and see you next video.